Today I won't miss out on the box office. The box office here, which is the latest weekend, which is there's some pretty shocking movies that did make money here, and some movies that this it's another slow weekend at the box office. Next week Onward is coming out. I'm expecting that to be a box office disappointment. That movie is gonna be a disaster for Pixar, just like The Good Dinosaur is. I don't know about Soul, but I think we all know Pixar's on their way out. Okay, they had a good one. They made a lot of classics. I think they're on their way out. I think as a company, they'll probably be essentially companies that just release endless Toy Story and Cow sequels and sequels to movies forever. But we'll be going to the box office. There isn't a lot of movies out. There's 16 movies on here, but we really want to go over every single movie. But the number one movie is The Invisible Man, a movie that that surprisingly topped the box office. I would think that I thought the Sonic would be number one, but The Invisible Man, I thought it's just another reboot that nobody cares about. That's what I think about Invisible Man. Exactly, I exactly just think it's just gonna be another boring garbage reboot that is just gonna be forgettable, and people are just gonna move on. Oh, so it's another reboot and remake that nobody cares about. But it seems that this isn't really the truth for Invisible Man, and really the horror meltdown of 2019 is insane. I also went over last year's first 2 months of the week for major horror movies versus this year. I counted, there was eight to seven horror movies this year, and like three, basically. Okay, there's other genres of movie, Hollywood. Okay, that's why this year's box office is so down, because horror movies don't make a lot of money in theaters. I'm sorry, but that is the truth. There's never really many horror movies unless it's a major franchise. It doesn't make money at the box office. I'm just sorry to tell you guys that, but that's how it is. Horror movies are not the most popular genre in movies. But yeah, The Invisible Man surprisingly is at the number one at the box office. The number two movie is Sonic. It beat out Call of the Wild, is the movie that nobody cares about. Sonic dropped small 30% at the box office. A very small and minuscule 40%. And this movie has been doing extremely well. It is nearing $270 million, which is actually pretty good for a movie that isn't really doing too well in Asia because of the coronavirus going on in Asia. So this movie has been doing extremely well for given the events going on right now. Given the events going on in the world, this movie is doing extremely well at the box office, given the events going on. And it actually has made money. It actually has made back its money. So Sonic is a box office success. And the 5 people on Twitter, the people who created, oh my god, Sonic rules artist vision, they lost. They lost all entirely, and a sequel will probably be on the way. And that sequel will make a ton of money as well, and it'll probably make more money than the first one because when the sequel comes out, there's no coronavirus, so hinder the box office performance of the movie. So yeah, the movie has done pretty well. Call of the Wild, bad CGI dogs, fail. Nobody cares about this movie. Moving on. This movie made like $79 million. This movie was a box office failure. My Hero Academia Heroes Rising, I think there's like only like one day. It made $5 million despite this. So My Hero Academia is actually pretty popular. Not as popular as Dragon Ball, but it has probably pretty popular. I'm surprised Hollywood hasn't attempted to make a My Hero Academia movie yet, but there's a lot of controversy going around My Hero Academia over one character. I'm not going to go over it because I don't watch My Hero Academia, so I don't really care. So yeah, next is Bad Boys for Life. This movie is beaten out the Harley Quinn movie, and I think it's past Bad Boys 2. So I said this movie probably will not pass Bad Boys 2. Well, I was wrong about that. This movie is going to pass Bad Boys 2. This movie has been a massive success at the box office. It's actually the highest grossing movie of the year. The highest grossing movie of the year because Chinese New Year was a flop because of the coronavirus. So yeah, this movie has been doing pretty well given the circumstances as well. Next is Birds of Flop. And Birds of Prey, nobody's watching this movie. It's just that simple. Birds of Prey is a movie that no one cares about, okay? The movie is a box office failure, a box office bomb, a box office disaster for the DCEU. And I know DC is not, DC's gonna, but DC they don't give up on movies. Wonder Woman's probably gonna make $1 billion, and that is the true movie if you really want to see a movie of a female superhero, an actual female superhero, not Harley Quinn. No, 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 no. Harley Quinn, get out of here. There's no. And next is Impractical Jokers, the movie. This movie is only on domestic and has done pretty well. So yeah, it's done pretty well. Impractical Jokers, the movie. 1917 is still making money. The SJWs lost in this movie because they're complaining, there's no woman in 1917. No one should see it because there's no woman in 1917. It's a movie about World War One. They're trying to be historically accurate as possible, okay? 5 people on Twitter, shut up, okay? Shut up, 5 people on Twitter. And yeah, 1917 has done pretty well at the box office. Next is Brahms the Boy 2. It's just, I don't understand what the Hollywood's recent obsession with horror movies is, okay? There's like 4 more horror movies coming out next month, and it's just why do we need so many horror movies at this part of the year? Okay, this is not even Halloween. Okay, you sort of save all these movies for Halloween, and have done much more better during Halloween. Movies like Gretel and Hansel and stuff. They release these all in February when no one watches movies, and this movie was a recipe for disaster. This movie will probably make back its money. And it'll probably be a Brahms the Boy free, and no one's gonna see that either. But it'll still manage to make money because it's like a $1 billion budget. But this movie will probably make back its money, even though it's people saying it's box office failure. It needs to make like $20 million, and that is very easy for this movie to make $20 million. So yes, this movie probably will be a box office success at the end of its run. Next movie is Fantasy Island. This movie has made $40 million and has made back its money at the box office as well. It has a smaller budget than Brahms the Boy 2, and it'll probably make back its money. It made back its money probably already. It's like a $5 million budget or something. Next is Jumanji the Next World. It's the only movie besides Parasite from the last year that's still on the list. This movie has made $13 million, and it'll probably it'll probably make $800 million worldwide. That's how it's gonna be. I was hoping this movie beats that. This movie has beaten Star Wars Rise of Skywalker in terms of profits as well. And this movie has made a ton of money. And Star Wars, that movie's not even selling anymore. Star Wars should be having better ratings than this. But Jumanji is the winner over Star Wars. And I'm happy that that's happening because Star Wars Rise of Skywalker is terrible. Next movie is Parasite. That movie had a boost from the Oscars. It's doing pretty well. Emma is a movie that really no one cares about. This movie is by Focus Pictures. And it's one of those, art house films and stuff. And this movie came out in the wide release now. And I think no one's going to see this, which I was correct. There's really very little interest in this movie. I hadn't predicted, but I thought this movie would do well. I saw a preview for it, and it looks boring as crap. So yeah, the last movie is The Photograph. No, The Gentleman, which has made $101 million. This movie is a massive box office success. This movie has made money. Yes, it's made money, and it beat Gretel and Hansel, which is a movie that no one cares about. Okay. Next is The Photograph, which is a movie that no one cares about. This movie is dropping out in theaters. No one is watching this movie. It's another one of those movies that no one cares about. This movie was kind of like a cash grab. They're trying to get that Valentine's Day money, but that money didn't seem to come. Like Isn't It Romantic came out last year. People sold out to see that movie, but The Photograph didn't have the same success as Isn't It Romantic or the 50 Shades of Grey movies, and is a box office failure, especially considering this movie sort of made money on Valentine's Day, as most people like to see these lovey-dovey movies on Valentine's Day. So yeah, The Photograph is a box office disappointment as a whole. And next is Doolittle, a movie that is somehow managing to whittle its way into this video. Well, I don't really like this movie, so I'm not going to talk about it. Goodbye.